Good evening. I'd like to call the meeting of the special inaugural meeting of November 15th, 2022 to order. The business for this meeting, which this meeting was called, is for the members of council to take their declaration of higher down from each member of council, stand, recite their declaration of office, and then sign.
Maybe we'll start with Councilor Buckle.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I, Doug Buchwald, having been elected to the office of councillor in the municipality of North Algona Wilberforce Township, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty, King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Thank you, Councilor Buckle. Next, Councilor Burke.
I, Malcolm Burke, have been elected to the office of council in the municipality of North Algona Wilberforce Township, do solemnly promise and declare I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my ability and knowledge, my own knowledge and ability. I will not receive and will not receive any payments or rewards or promises, therefore, of the exercise of this office in biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any primary interest, directly or indirectly, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true faith to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make a solemn promise on the declaration questionnaire, believing it to be the truth and knowing that it is for the same force and effect as it made under oath.
I, Janet Rugby Shanefield, having been elected to the councillor in the municipality of North Algona Wilberforce Township, do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or in any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration consciously, believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as it is made under oath.
I, Maria Robinson, have been elected to the office of councillor in the municipality of North Algona Wilberforce Township. Do solemnly promise and declare that I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payments or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will faithfully and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. I make this promise, solemn promise, and declare conscientiously believing it to be true and knowingly that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath.
Thank you. I, James Andrew Rose, having been elected to the office of mayor in the municipality of Algona Wilberforce Township, do solemnly promise and declare I will truly, faithfully, and impartially exercise this office to the best of my knowledge and ability. I have not received and will not receive any payment or reward or promise thereof for the exercise of this office in a biased, corrupt, or any improper manner. I will disclose any pecuniary interest, direct or indirect, in accordance with the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act. I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty King Charles III. And I make this solemn promise and declaration conscientiously believing it to be true and knowing that it is of the same force and effect as if made under oath. So welcome members of council and members of staff and any of the public that are attending tonight's meeting. We've made great progress in the past 4 years, and I certainly want to thank this council for the great teamwork that we've displayed and the progress that we've been able to demonstrate on a lot of the projects that have moved this municipality forward. I also want to thank staff for all of their support. This work couldn't be done certainly without the contributions that they have made in bringing forward and completing the assignments that council has given them. So in the next 4 years and moving forward, it's important that we keep working on a long-term financial plan. The long-term plan will give us more stability moving forward, and it lines up very well with our asset management plan, which we do have to complete to bring on board all of our buildings. We have our roads and we have our infrastructure done, but we need to bring on board our buildings and all of the remaining vehicles, fire department, apparatus, etc. We'd also have to start updating our strategic plan. I know that we have a zoning bylaw that has to be updated as well, and working with the county, that will be happening early in the new year. And then there's a couple of certainly very important issues for not just ourselves, but the community as well, a big one being affordable housing. And I know that's something that Cameron Montgomery, who is our special projects coordinator, has been doing a lot of the research and background work in order to gain a lot of the information that we will need to help us when it comes to applying for grants and funding. I also would want to keep advocating and supporting the continuation of VTAC and the provincial government for giving us the funding moving forward over the long term. There's also certainly an opportunity when we work with our economic development that we can start planning for a community economic development plan with our neighbors. And I think this is something that we've already demonstrated we can do through the community recreation events and projects that we've certainly been a part of and have had great success with. There's some capital projects that are currently in progress, and we look forward to completing them. That's the renovations to the Melissa Bishop Park Cottage, as well as the trail connections and certainly the kiosks and information booths on those trails that give a little bit of the background to history and make those connections available for the public using them. We also have our Golden Lake Community Center revitalization. And I know Cameron is also working on trying to get a grant to do some renovations to the inside of the building. Some good news as well, we have the natural gas expansion that's coming to Eganville and will pick up some of our municipality as well. We have high-speed internet, and that's the fiber that NRTC has installed and that Rogers is working on with the new towers, getting that high-speed internet and cell service to everybody in our municipality. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, but I certainly look forward to working again with this council. We certainly have an advantage in the sense that we're not having to train, nor is staff having to train a new council. We're the only ones in the county of Renfrew that are returning all of the same people to the council table, which is unique and I think very important, and certainly I think gives us a heads up and a step forward to continue to work on the great projects that we've done and keep the momentum going forward. Thank you. Any comments from council?
Thank you. You've given us a large list to work with.
Christmas tree.
This way.
So then I will need a mover and a seconder that this November 15th, 2022 special inaugural meeting adjourns at 6:53 p.m. Moved by Councillor Robinson, seconded by Councillor Rector-Schoenfeld. Councillor Burns?
Yes.
Councillor Buckwell?
Yes.
Councillor Robinson?
Yes.
Councillor Rector-Schoenfeld?
Yes.
And yes. Barry, thank you. We are adjourned.